Alright everyone, this is Iain McD with the Witcher Guide. We're still in chapter 2 of course, and we are still exploring the temple quarter for the first time. Now at the moment I am talking to Coleman, which is the man you were supposed to deliver that package from Heron from chapter 1. Well, since Jethro confiscated it, you have to tell him that the package is not there, of course. It doesn't matter really what you say, but you finish the quest no matter what, and he just says don't ever do it. He just says don't ever run deliveries for him again. Now, he can also give you another quest called the Rat. I will be doing that quest probably in the next video or two, just not in this video. It's a pretty simple quest. You just have to go to a certain house by the dike and kill a couple of wraiths that are hanging around. Or well, you're supposed to prove if it is haunted or not. And when you walk inside, there will be 2 wraiths waiting for you. So when you kill them, that'll end the quest. But there is also something else in the basement of that house, so I'm going back there later. Well, I'm only going to the house once, but I'm just going to it in a later video because wraiths are fairly strong and I don't want to try fighting them at the moment. So it will most likely be a very good idea to go to the innkeeper and try to store as many items as you can. Store all of your alchemical ingredients, which in patch 1.5 is the bottom 3 item boxes, as well as store pretty much everything in your regular items that aren't job scrolls, potions, sorry, and flint. It's just so you can have enough stuff, maybe some food, in case you run out of other healing items. But it just saves a lot of space, and I don't quite do it right now. But as you can see there, I don't have many spaces for other items. So I decide to, well, I eventually just put all of my other items into storage. Now over here, if you talk to Zoltan, he will tell you about a job for Luvarden, or from Luvarden, sorry. But to actually start that quest, you have to go over and meet him at the dike during the daytime. As well, you can tell him that you've beaten a few poker rounds already, and that he can tell you that you can become a professional by beating 4 professionals. Now, there are only 2 professionals in this chapter. The other 2 are in the 3rd chapter. The 2 professionals in this chapter are Taller Defense. We'll be seeing him in one of the following videos. And the other is well, he's the rich-looking dwarf that's actually at the table next to Zoltan here. You can kind of see him in the background when the conversation shows Geralt talking. But you can make a good amount of money off these guys. So if you want to try and get that armor that I will get right before I go to the swamps to start doing quests there, like, I'll clearly show when I get the armor. But if you want to get it, or at least try to get it a lot earlier than me, you can go around playing the professionals, and there are 3 novices in this first area, in case you didn't do it in the last chapter. The 3 novices are Zoltan, Carmen, which is the head working girl that you got the quest Working Girls from, and I believe wait, I said Zoltan already, I believe. But Zoltan, Carmen, and the gardener outside the hospital. I believe those 3 are novices that you can play. Or maybe it's Vaska in the swamps, but we'll see here later. But if you've already beaten the 3 people from the last chapter, you won't have any problem, or
I play professional,
you can just immediately start playing the professionals in this chapter.
Truth to the rumors about you.
Whenever.
And obviously, as you go up in, I guess, notoriety in the gambling world, you have to start betting more money. That also, I highly recommend saving before you start a poker match, because you can lose a lot of money, especially if you follow my strategies of always betting the highest amount, because you can make the most money that way, of course. Yeah, so I win this match on my first try actually, so I got lucky. Cause when I was just kind of playing around, just kind of trying to plan out what I'm going to do when I started recording this. I lost the taller about 5 times in a row, and I ended up with a lot less money than what I started out with at the beginning of the chapter. So yeah, if you need quick money to buy maybe some of the books from the bookseller, or you need to buy the armor or a weapon or something, you can play a few poker games and win a good amount of money. I wonder if all that yawning is coming through on the microphone. If it is, sorry if you think I shouldn't be talking while I'm tired, but I'm tired and I'm trying to get as much of this guide done as possible as fast as I can. Now, at the moment, I am going to be getting another side mission that is a little hard to get because it's kind of hard to find. Well, first I'm going to level up and put a bunch of points into the strength first. First, you have to rest until noon, or it has to be 12:30 in the game for this quest to be able, or you can only get this quest pretty much between 12 and 1. Now, you will have to go up to the gate of the cemetery and look for a woman who stands in front of the cemetery gates, kind of weeping or crying, and she says that her late husband haunts her and spreads rumors about her while flying around the cemetery. Which is true, actually, because if you go there at night, you can talk to him, and he says stuff like, "My wife is a whore, and I'm very cold." But yeah, if you talk to her, she will offer you okay, first there's this little cutscene about the cemetery. But she will offer you 200, or I guess the two of you negotiate $200 for the death of her late husband, because her husband has turned into a wraith, so you have to fight him and kill him.
Tell me more. Maybe I can help.
My husband died a month since, and now haunts me in my home, wailing nightly. But the worst thing
Alright, so in the next video we will be exploring the temple quarter even more, and getting some more side missions, and maybe even completing 1 or 2.
Set him straight, I beg you.
It will cost you 200 orens if I succeed.
Oh, that's a hefty sum, profiting off someone else's misery. Well, deal with him and I'll pay.
Where will I find you when I'm done?
I'm here every day at noon.
Why can't I collect payment when I want?
Are you daft? My husband flies around ruining my reputation. I'll not be seen in the company of a killer.
So long.